Hi everyone, Keith here. Let's talk about OCD or obsessive compulsive disorder. OCD is often misunderstood and people will throw the term OCD around lightly and they'll say things like, I'm a bit OCD because I like things to be tidy. But the reality to OCD is very different. It isn't about preference or choice. It's about distress. At its core, OCD is made up of parts, and those two parts are obsessions and compulsions. Now, the obsessions are intrusive. They're unwanted thoughts and images or urges. They don't feel like you. They don't align with who you are or what your values are. And that's what makes it so distressing. These thoughts can be about harm. They can be about contamination. They can be about doubt or control, or even things that go completely against someone's own values. And then comes the compulsions. These are things a person feels they have to do to reduce the anxiety or to manage the thoughts that the anxiety creates. That might be checking or cleaning or counting repeatedly or seeking reassurance, avoiding certain situations. And every single person is different. And here's the difficult truth. The relief they get from compulsion is only temporary. So the cycle starts again and again and again. And it can feel extremely overwhelming, like there's no hope. So let's talk about the impact that OCD can have. For a person living with OCD, it can feel exhausting. Imagine your mind is constantly questioning you, doubting you, pushing what if and why and what if constantly in your mind. What if I hurt someone? What if I didn't lock that door? What if I'm a bad person? Even when they know it doesn't make sense, to somebody with OCD, it feels very, very real. Emotionally, it can lead to intense anxiety, guilt and shame, fear of being judged or being misunderstood, a constant sense of not being in control of your own mind. It's extremely exhausting. And sadly, over time, that can wear someone down. It can lead to low mood, it can lead to isolation, and even depression. And it doesn't just stop there and how it affects your emotions. Physically, OCD doesn't just stay in your mind. The body also carries it too. You may have constant tension, fatigue from mental exhaustion. Your sleep will almost certainly be affected. You can get headaches and a feeling of dread and edge as if something might be happening at any time. And when your brain doesn't switch off, your body doesn't either. OCD is so debilitating. OCD is so self-destroying. And not just for the person with OCD, because it doesn't just affect the individual. It actually affects relationships too. Loved ones might not understand what's happening. They may feel confused or frustrated or even helpless. Sometimes they get pulled into compulsions, offering reassurance, helping with rituals, because they don't want to see the person they love in distress. But unknowingly, they keep the cycle going. So, you end up with both sides struggling, but just in different ways. And this can lead to breakdown in relationships, and it can lead the person with OCD to become even more withdrawn from the people they love and the people around them. Now, here's the important part that a lot of people don't know. OCD is treatable, and people can learn to manage it. One of the most effective approaches is something called exposure response prevention. And this is a way where we gradually allow someone to face their fear without the compulsion. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, and most treatments in mental health aren't, but it's proven and it works. And alongside that, there are techniques such as learning to sit with the uncertainty, understanding you're safe within it, understanding that the thoughts are just thoughts. They're not a fact. And in fact, lots of people with OCD will create their own narrative. Building awareness of the cycle, understanding when your cycle's about to begin, understanding when you're in the cycle, and finding methods and ways to try and break it. And sometimes medication can help support that process. So, if you're living with OCD, you're not weak, you're not crazy, and you're definitely not alone. Your mind has just got stuck in a loop. And guess what? Loops can be broken. And if you're supporting somebody today with OCD, let me offer this advice. Patience matters. Understanding matters. And more important, learning about it really, really matters. So, I'd like to leave you with this about OCD. You are not your thoughts. You are a person who's observing them. With the right support, you can take control back. OCD doesn't have to be a life sentence. So, if you know somebody who's struggling with OCD, or if you yourself are struggling with OCD, please share this video. Please seek help and support. I'm Keith. I'm a mental health nurse, and thank you so much for listening.